Welcome to Pop Up Camper Pro. Today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the butterfly key type ratchet bracket system on your Coleman Pop Up camper. So today's video is going to cover the systems that use the butterfly key. Found in 1980s units, these can be a pain if they get stuck in the lift system. I've been there, I've experienced it. I actually had a badly mangled key that I held on for many years. I was looking for it for this video, but unfortunately it looks like I got rid of it. So, one of you all contacted me saying they got the exact same problem. This key is stuck in and they cannot get it out. I'm going to show you how the panel comes off of these units, how to free the key, and how the system operates in a more in-depth tutorial in this video. We of course cover this system, as well as all the other manual lift systems in our video, The Evolution of Coleman Lift Systems. So if you need a more generalized description, take a look at that video. I'll put links in the description below. But if you got one of these stubborn things stuck in the lift system, I'll show you how to free it. To begin, let me show you what the system is supposed to act like and what it's supposed to sound like when it's operating properly. So crank handle goes over the drive shaft. This goes into the open position. Roof goes up, camper stops at any point through the raising process. To lower, you want to give a little bit of lift to the handle, turn this to the down position, and let it freewheel down. When it's down, this key should come out. And this one is stuck as well. There's little tolerance inside this system for this key to work. So they get mangled up a little bit, they can get stuck. Let's go ahead and open this camper up and show you how to get it out. First we'll raise the roof. And remove this panel. Now in the camper we're working on today, the crank assembly is located in the rear. In 1980s units, this crank assembly can also be located on the front of the camper. If yours is on the front, the steps are going to be similar for the panel removal, with the exception of you won't have to remove a bumper like we do on this model. So for panel removal, it's basically just finding the small fasteners along the top. This one has screws and small rivet heads. When you see the large rivet heads, don't drill those. They're commonly holding spare tire mounts, crank assemblies in and such. And along the bottom, you'll typically find about 5 screws. They're securing the bottom of the panel to the frame. On our bumper here, these bolts are very, very rusted with Mother Nature's Loctite, so we're just going to cut those off with a right angle grinder. And this one's full of rivets along the bottom. Changing tools. Next step will be take some blocks of wood, lay them across the top deck, and lower the roof onto them. So we'll do one at each corner on the sides. 2x4s are a little too narrow, so we'll get it just about right and then angle them in. That one's set, and this one's ready. Now we can safely remove this stop button and cut that key off. cut this key off, the best tool is going to be a metal saw, which I unfortunately don't have with me today. So we'll run to the hardware store and pick up one. Hardware stores like Ace Hardware, True Value tend to have an awesome selection of parts and equipment and tools for these pop-up campers. Our little local Ace here has saved the day for me more than once. Enjoy the ride. Now we'll drive these pins out. With the panel off, we can get a better look at the workings of the crank assembly and determine what exactly might be the problem. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's typically just a tolerance of these keys are so tight in these assemblies. So this is the ratchet bracket mechanism that is installed behind this bracket. And when you put this key in, what this does is raises and lowers the cam. And you can see that cam raising and lowering there. When the key's in this position, the ratchet wheel in here interacts with that pawl and makes a click, click, click and stops the roof. When it is in up position, the gear inside here can now freewheel and the weight of the roof brings the system down. So to remove a stuck or broken key, you want to use a flathead screwdriver and a pair of pliers. So I'm going to reach in and lift that pawl up a little bit, get my screwdriver underneath of it, and raise it up as far as I can, and use these guys to extract it. Got it. And there we have a bent key. Even though a twisted key is the main culprit for these guys to act up and not work properly, if that's not the case and something in here is broken, the only two moving parts are this little spring and this little pawl. And it should be pretty easy for a metal shop to replace either of those if you can't do it. If you do need to open them up, here's one out of a camper. They're held on by these screws here, pin in the spiral gear, and another pin in the chain drive gear in the back. We'll let all this come out and apart. Of course, we have most of these parts available at our web stores. I'll add links in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you already have not, and I will see you guys at the campground.